Okay, Libra, let's get into your reading the second week of March. See a King of Pentacles here. Somebody very grounded, earthy, has their shit together. Could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Let's see why they're significant. See if they come out in your reading. You're curious about something or someone or a situation. Ooh, it's an scratch and an itch. Do we couple them? Do we scratch the itch? Because you want to know what's going on with Mr. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They don't have to be air signs. They could have a lot of air in their chart, or they're just represented by somebody here who's very in their head. Very fair, balanced, honest. They're available because they're in the upright position. And you, my friend, are curious to see, what happens if I travel down that road? We'll see. But I see you resisting it. The Seven of Wands. All right. Because you in this place right now where you're pausing and reflecting on something else that you had invested in. Do you take it and redevelop it somewhere else? What's coming in for my Libras? Look at you, Queen of Wands. So far, I see a king and a queen. I don't care if you're two males or two females. I don't care if male, female. I don't know what the dynamic is. You're my queens, okay? All of you, male or female, you are my queens. The opposing energy is the kings. We do that just for YouTube and TikTok because you're a large audience and we need to know who the other person is. The more important conclusion here is that you're vibing on a frequency where you are a match, okay? But as the Queen of Wands, I will tell you this. You are playing with fire. That's a fact. See, the Queen of Wands is telling me you're very much attracted to somebody. There's a lot of chemistry and passion, but this is also a fling, an affair, or something non-committal, but more serious than it being just something that's casual, okay? Definitely third-party situation. Now, you could be the mistress or the mister, or you're dealing with a third-party situation, whether you're doing it directly or indirectly because somebody put you in that position. What is the surprise this week for Libra, please? Yeah, you're stressing. This is the third queen. No, lie, second. Queen of Cups, you very much are having strong feelings. Libra, I see you here being emotionally mature and available. You are Libra-ing to the point of no return in the world of love. In other words, you definitely have strong feelings here, but the problem is it's coupled with stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Can I talk to you guys about science for a hot second? I know this is so stupid, and you're like, oh God, here we go. No, but seriously. The way the planets are aligning, the way everything is shifting, Mercury retrograde, the Earth changing its frequency, I shit you not. The whole entire collective is feeling drained. They're feeling tired. They're having bizarre dreams, sleepless nights. This stress and this anxiety is not just in your head. Yes, you are probably stressing over the circumstance of what you need to do and what's going to happen. That's because this frequency that the planet is on is vibing. It's because it's kind of like doing one of those things where if you've ever seen the radio frequency of like, you know, a frequency transmission, it goes like this, right? But then it goes like this because it starts popping people away from you into different directions and brings you other people where you're balancing on the same wave. Like this. So it's meant to happen on purpose is what I'm saying. And this month of March is an epic month for the whole collective. I mean, you already see what's going on worldwide. It's like, you know, where you thought the pawns were on the board, someone went bam, and all the pawns popped into the air. Where they land, we'll see. This is happening to us on a micro level, in our relationships, in our career, in our jobs. You are no different. And the whole reason I'm giving you this big speech, Libra, is I want you to chill, because I see you're not going to chill. I want you to understand that as is above is below. So these frequencies, the way the planets are aligning, the external world environment, all of it is affecting everyone in different ways. For you, it's stress, it's anxiety. And yes, you do have different people coming in. And yes, you have attraction and love for them. And yes, you are in a position where maybe you can't make these moves. But it's being done to us on purpose because we're getting realigned. All right, what is the advice here for Libra? What planets am I talking about? Neptune in Aries, Saturn in Aries, Uranus near the moon, Mercury retrograde. All of this is like the planets are going fucking feral up there. It's like nuts, right? But when we talk about Saturn going into Aries, that's action and discipline behind our dreams, Neptune in Aries. But the big deal about the Aries part of it is, and this is the opposite of your sign, Aries. This is why this year is meant to be lucky for you, Libra, because it represents the house of self. That's who Aries represents, the first house. And it's the first house of self. And the way it's aligning over there, it's positioning directly across on the axis of the zodiac wheel, right down to you, Libra, where you're the one that's actually going to benefit from all these changes, all this shakeup, right? Because Spirit's like, listen, there's a person here that feels mutual. So if you're curious how they feel the same way about you as you feel about them. This can easily be a partnership in love. And even if it's business, it's still mutual. This is something that can give you stability, the kind that you crave and deserve and want. Stability in a partnership. It's in your advice. So Spirit's like, yo, you got it. Go for it. Having the strength to actually persevere to walk into this path, into this direction. Now, who's this person? The person you got love for and that you might not be sure of. You feel like you guys are soulmates. I think they feel the same way because this is mutual. What is the outcome of the week here for Libra? Six of Cups. This could be someone from your past. Hello, Mercury retrograde. And this could have been a friend or, someone you knew of. Maybe you started talking to them. You were kind of lightly, tiptoeing in that direction. I don't know, but you have fond memories of them. That's for sure. The thing that's crossing you is the strength to make these moves. Because strength is crossing you. Strength is having that strength to persevere through a situation and or hold back from some kind of situation that's naughty or not good or bullshit. But look where you're walking into. Hello, Ten of Cups, happily ever after. And then finding balance on top of it. God, who doesn't want that? Let's start clarifying this. And I feel like let's stop the reading right here because this is leading into the right, awesome, healthy direction for you. Let me see what's going on. See, I can't even talk about business-wise. The only business I see here is a partnership, something to do with beauty, something to do with your past that you kind of were into, that you loved, something that beauty, it could be anything, makeup, fashion, art, hair, I don't know, music. I just see a lot of relationships because there's a lot of people on the table, a lot of court cards. Now, what's going on here with this King of Swords here for Libra? And the Page of Swords. The first card that popped out was the Page of Swords, which is Stocky Doodle. You're looking into your future, Libra. You're like, what's out there? What's in my horizon? There it is. That's where I'm going. So you're curious about said person, said situation. You're ready to go. Some of you are already in a marriage or commitment, but this is the disengagement of that going into the new. Others of you, you're headed into a new, marriage or commitment or something traditional. But the Queen of Wands says otherwise. So let me see why she's here. She being female on the card, you, male, female, whatever your pronoun is, that's you. This is the querent. You are my querent. You're the one who's inquiring within. All right? You'll always be my queens. The Nine of Wands. Naturally. See, whoever you're engaging with on the, low and having fun with on the low, you're also guarded. So some of you, maybe this is new right out of a breakup, or, this isn't out and about yet. Maybe this is just quiet, but you're guarding yourself from this person. All right. I think you're protecting yourself, but I think it's eventually going to a place where it is going to level up. Four of Wands. But I see you stressing here because you caught feelings. Did they? Yeah, you guys are 100% walking away from something that no longer emotionally serves you. Moreover, it's toxic. Some of you could be just walking away from something that was very obsessive, right? Because you're like, oh my God, I don't have any inner peace. It's constant mental breakdown. I can't be like this. This is what's making you emotionally mature, right? But I think a lot of you are realizing your feelings, basically, and you're walking away from something that's toxic. You're like, I keep giving and giving. I'm not getting anything in return. What? So there's an ending in a betrayal, or there's just an ending because you said to yourself, well, look at my worth and my value. The Empress always looks at her worth and her value. She's the one that brings things into her world, into her reality, as in children, as in businesses, as in careers, as in relationships, as in whatever the fuck she wants. That's the Empress. But she also knows her worth and her value because she's like, excuse you, page, knight, king, queen. I'm an Empress. I rule. So, I think I posted something about her on my Instagram. You can go see it. It goes on how, like, a bottle of water at the bodega is $1, but on an airplane it's $7. So it's not about the value of the water, it's about where you are and who you're with. That creates that value. You know this. So that's why you're walking away from something toxic. So, Spirit's like, there's a partnership, though, that's mutual, that could bring you stability, could be solid. What is what's funny? Here I'm seeing 3 queens. The 4th is actually you, the Queen of Swords, and is not on the table. So you're vibing every element except your own. So, are you being guided? Yes, because every element of the world, of the earth, is trying to come at you because maybe you already have your personal element in spades, which is air, being rational and logical. Earth is saying in your advice, come to me because we can bring you stability. The Queen of Cups is bringing the emotion, the empathy, the feelings, the maturity, the availability. The Queen of Wands is bringing the fire, the passion, the chemistry that it ignites it all. Without the Queen of Wands, nothing is ignited. Nothing is met, nothing is ventured, nothing is done. Then we ease on to the love, and then we ease on to the stability. But you always have within you the air element, and that's bringing you the logic. And you're like, I don't want that right now. I want to have fun. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean. So let's see what the advice is saying here with the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, look at this. Yes, this person definitely feels love. I don't know what he's saying, what he's doing, what she's saying, what she's doing, what they are saying, what they are doing. But they are showing you they're emotionally mature and available. And you're like, oh, I got one of those queens to match you, King of Cups. Here I am, Queen of Cups. Hello. Along with giving you the stability that you need. Could lead to marriage, could lead to commitment. Let's see. What's going on here with the 6 of Cups and Strength? All right, so this thing from your past that you have fond memories of, that you're struggling to make a choice, or not a choice or decision. I don't know what you're doing here, but you're using your strength against it or for it in regards to it, right? And it could be reconciliation or just some good news, dating somebody, right? But here's the thing. You have the Two of Wands. And you have, wow. Yeah. All right, let's get into this. See, when you have a Six of Cups and you have the World card and the Two of Wands, you have come full circle on your journey. You have culminated to a place where you're done. This is a part of your past where the door actually starts to close right here, second week of March. It's saying to you, you're looking into your future because you're looking out in the horizon as to where your new destination is and with who and where. This is done. These are the clarifiers showing me about your past. But you're struggling to make that move with the Strength card. Could be somebody wants a reconciliation and you could be like, you resisting that. But someone's rushing in to communicate. And, you know, with all these retrogrades, yes, expect your exes. Some of you, it's meant for you to see something. Others of you, it's for closure. Others of you, it's to fix or correct something. But this is with the people you just met. This is not a period of making choices in retrograde. This is just seeing all the facts, all the cards on the table. Who are the players? And then you make your move after retrograde, which is only in 2 weeks. So who cares? You're halfway there. No, you're more than halfway there because we're reading for the second week of March and I think it ends on the 20th. This is the month where all your blessings start to appear, Libra. Let me see what we're going to start talking about for love in the extended. And I know it's been a long time coming for you guys. Express your love. Yes, this probably goes back to, you know, your advice. You're stressing over it. I think you need to express it, but we'll see more in the extended what Spirit wants to say. So everybody kind of doing their own thing with health, wealth, right? So let's see what the angels of abundance want to say for Libra. What little tips or advice do they need to have to move forward in that world? Have courage to accept for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as it is accepting as it is offered to you. Very often when God asks for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance, as well as give it to others as you are guided to. So give it and or receive it. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Let's hop on over to the extended and see what's going on. And yeah, everyone else, I will see you next week.